The end of materialist science. A station of the cross. Molecular biology has revealed that whatever else a living creature may be, God's creation, the locus in the universe of pity and terror, so much blubbery protoplasm, a living creature is also a combinatorial system, its organization controlled by a strange, a hidden and obscure text, one written in a biochemical code. It is an algorithm that lies at the humming heart of life, ferrying information from one set of symbols, the nucleic acids, to another, the proteins. An algorithm? How else to describe the intricacy of transcription, translation, and replication than by an appeal to an algorithm? For that matter, what else to call the quantity stored in the macromolecules than information? And if the macromolecules store information, they function in some sense as symbols. We are traveling in all the old familiar circles. Nonetheless, molecular biology provides the first clear, the first resonant, answer to Paley's question. The complexity of human artifacts, the things that human beings make, finds its explanation in human intelligence. The intelligence responsible for the construction of complex artifacts, watches, computers, military campaigns, federal budgets, this very essay, finds its explanation in biology. This may seem suspiciously as if one were explaining the content of one conversation by appealing to the content of another, and so, perhaps, it is. But at the very least, molecular biology represents a place lower on the spiral than the place from which we first started, the downward descent offering the impression of progress if only because it offers the impression of movement. However invigorating it is to see the threefold pattern of algorithm, information, and symbol appear and reappear, especially on the molecular biological level, it is important to remember that we have little idea how the pattern is amplified. The explanation of complexity that biology affords is yet largely ceremonial. A living creature is, after all, a concrete, complex, and autonomous three-dimensional object, something or someone able to carry on its own affairs. It belongs to a world of its own, our world, as it happens, the world in which animals hunt and hustle, scratch themselves in the shedding sun, yawn, move about at will. The triple artifacts of algorithm, information, and symbol are abstract and one-dimensional, entirely static. They belong to the very different universe of symbolic forms. At the very heart of molecular biology, a great mystery is in evidence, as those symbolic forms bring an organism into existence, control its morphology and development, and slip a copy of themselves into the future. These transactions hide a process never seen among purely physical objects, although one that is characteristic of the world in which orders are given and obeyed, questions asked and answered, promises made and kept. In that world, where computers hum and human beings attend to one another, intelligence is always relative to intelligence itself, systems of symbols gaining their point from having their point gained. This is not a paradox. It is simply the way things are. Some 200 years ago, the Swiss naturalist Charles Bonnet, a contemporary of Paley's, asked for an account of the mechanics which will preside over the formation of a brain, a heart, a lung, and so many other organs. No account in terms of mechanics is yet available. Information passes from the genome to the organism. Something is given and something read, something is ordered and something done. But just who is doing the reading and who is executing the orders, this remains unclear. It is a deliciously comic spectacle. So, too, the contests between human and computer chess champions, as when, with his simian brow furrowed nobly, Garry Kasparov defended the honor of the human race against Deep Blue, a dedicated chess-playing computer with an engaging willingness to topple into tactical traps.